love that conehead shirt. Well, I'm sitting here at my tiki bar, but I ain't seen the sun all day. There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got Mike's weather page. Never go down. Okay. Mike's weather page. You know you were tracking every move it makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach in it? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, you stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching Mike's page. So put your conehead shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Here we go, Danny. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is that Blobby Bobby?
All right, what's up, everybody? Oh my God, what chaos! Let me get my webcam on. There I am. I'm live, and I lost Louis. Oh my God. Yeah. So my cake. Oh God, so where do I start? So here's Hunter. We're gonna start out with Hunter. I don't know where Louis went. So good morning, everybody. It's Friday. That's a little jam and reggae for you. Our Andy Simmons tune. So I was a minute late, and I couldn't get rolling here. So I hit the K-Cup machine, and the damn K-Cup machine needed like this much more water. So I hit the button, went to find the dogs, couldn't find the dogs. Hunter's with Emily, Louis with Sarah. I come back, the K-Cup never ran, so I was rushing to get sat down. So anyway, so we're looking at spinach. There's Hunter. You feeling pretty good today? You're looking pretty good. A little feisty today. We'll show Louis at the end. What's up, Gunner? Yeah, good morning there, Casey. You coneheads. Our MWPs. I keep forgetting to put MWPs on our chats or our post. Hashtag. Even remember yesterday I made a note. I still forget. So now I got to put it on my forehead. Like that. Then I'll remember. Hey, well, there's Shelly's back. She was me. Shelly has a weird fascination with, no. As you can tell, Shelly helps me a lot. She is helping the supporter page a bunch. All right, enough of you, buddy. He's just a chill dog, man. Look at him. He's my buddy. All right. So we'll bring Louis back later. There's not a lot to talk about, so I'm going to read. There you go, Timothy Weaver, MWPs. So I'll be reading a lot today and going off script a lot. There's not a lot cooking too much. Hey, Brian, morning. Katie, what's up? What's up, Jeff? Jackie? Check out our little spinner, though. We'll zoom in. Zoom into our spinach here as we say hello. And I did get my coffee. So it's weird. The K-Cup machine will fill up, like it start, I hit the button, it'll drop down. But because it needed a little bit more water, it's not going to finish the job until you put like a piss. I put like a teeny little cup in there, and it took off running. So I got my cup. Cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. All right. So there's our spinach. Why do they call them Invest, David? Good question. We'll get into that for sure. So we'll talk about that because Jonathan English is fixing to get juicy. Well, it's a ticking of the clock here as we wait for what could happen. Everybody's definitely waiting for September as far as tropics to come alive. I just read that the chances of La Nina occurring are up 7% from last month. So La Nina patterns typically yield us a more active September, October. So there you go. All right. So let me start off by welcoming our Facebook Live sponsor, and that would be ABC. As you can tell, I got him right here. Oh, I got to slide this over a little bit. Wait a minute, that's not right. Yeah, it is. That's right. There we go. There we go. Slide over just a little bit. I was doing some photo props yesterday with the dogs. There we go. That looks a little better. There we go. How about that? Hey, good morning, Amanda. Yeah, Casey, I can't win with that damn thing. Why did they make the water tank bigger? It seems like it only like 4 or 5. I have a traditional coffee pot where we American woman coffee, and then the K cup's like when I need it quick. So anyway, back to ABC. Big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. So if you're local and you get to go to ABC in Florida, they have like a perks card program like everybody else. But the cool thing is they give you amazing discounts, and you get an occasional email from ABC. So I got this one today. So I figured I'll play it up. This is my email. Family owned and operated since 1936. I think my dad was born in 36. Wouldn't that be weird? He's 83. Close. I think he's born 38. But anyway. So anyway, this is the email for Friday. Three-step cocktail recipe. French martini. Acapulco. And peachy old fashioned. That's the better one. So anyway, sign up for that if you're a ABC Rewards member. Get cool emails. So all right. So here's the scoop. All right, let's talk about. So I updated obviously the website. We got Invest 96. One of our supporters. I wish I remember the name, but anyway, Invest 96. All invest means is when it's an invest, all of a sudden spaghetti models run. There has to be an invest area in order for spaghetti models to be like initiated. So it's like they get the call, like, hey, we're going to invest. And then the spaghetti models jump out of bed like fire. The old fire, what was that show we all watched, Emergency 51? They all jump out and run down the pole, it's like, so all of a sudden all the spaghetti modelers are like, yee! And so an invest area is just an investigation area, short for investigation. So that means it's got spinach, and we showed that a lot yesterday. Here's the latest models on spaghetti, or on troubletidbits.com. No biggie. I got to fix the link here. What's up with that? No. Invest 96. Link is not happy. All right, so here they are. Anyway, that's it. No biggie, right? That's it. Possibly heading over to the other side, and we have friends. The Azores. Let's take a look. Where's the Azores at? We learned this a few months back, or was that last year? I can't remember. They all blend together. But here's the Azores. Look. So Invest 96 is going to go all the way to here. And we have fans in the Azores. Can you believe it or not? We have people here. We have MWPs checking us out here in the Azores. These little islands. So they might get a little bit of 96L, which could just be a rainmaker. So there's that. And I posted last night. Yeah, I was drinking a little bit of seltzers. I was dreaming of going to Bermuda. Look at that. I'm just so fascinated that there's an island in the middle of the Atlantic. It just doesn't make sense to me how that can happen. Obviously, it's volcanoes, but look, I want to go there. Look at that. And I never realized Bermuda is so close to Florida in a sense in the south. I always thought Bermuda was like way up here somewhere, but it's technically part of our southeast here. So that was my post. Lisa, yeah, you know what? I kind of feel silly too. I didn't know it either, but we had a couple systems. God, I can't remember if it was this year or last year. Man, everything blends together. But they had a couple tropical. It was this year, I think. Oh my God, Mike! Don't tell. Oh, let me tell you something, Mike. Mike Wilson. That is scary stuff. Very scary. You don't even have to mix that stuff. All right, so let's go into Invest 96. We'll take some looks. And then, of course, other spots that I've learned over the years. Barbados, we got people chiming in all the time. I never really realized there was Barbados gets everything before everybody else. And then we have friends down in Trinidad. We have friends in Aruba. So, it's pretty neat. Small world, man. Our little drunk donkey nation reaches far and wide. It's really neat. All right, so spaghetti models, no worry about it. All right, we're not going to waste too much time on the spaghetti models on that. But I did add the radar. It's been kind of rainy, kind of a weird looking setup here. I mean, that's kind of weird. It's not really your normal tropical. You know, we had a lot yesterday, but that's it. That's right off the Wilmington radar. And we can, I didn't know which radar to put on the site. Well, I guess we can go to this one. This is the whole thing. This is Doppler Satellite. So this is it. I mean, come on. It's, you know, I mean, you would see this and say, this is an old front. It is a front. It's an old stalled front. But we see a lot of systems start from old fronts. And if you look at the spinach map, which I showed earlier, and other maps we got, but still, we'll just go back to the old classic. And you'll see it. So even though it doesn't look like that impressive, it's got definite spinach and low level spin. And that's why we got Invest over water. So, and it's bringing up all this convection along the Gulf Stream. That's why we're seeing all this convection on the east side. But it's not heading to land. It's not going to curve. It's not going to be much more than a maybe rainmaker. Even a rain forecast isn't. Well, we got a little storm thing today. That's tomorrow actually. So as our front could build some storms tomorrow. So it's not over yet. Carolina, Virginia, and South Carolina. So tomorrow could be, and we talked about that. That was that stall front that we saw a few days back, and it's still there. Let's take a look. On the map. Here it is. This is tomorrow. There's our front that's lingering. So increased rain chances the next few days, unfortunately, along the east coast. That's because of a lingering front. Here's your 5-day rains. There you go. So this juicy wet. Never know when it's going to rain. Swirls and blobs. What's up, Bobby? Hey, Brax. Juicy and moist, as Shelly says. Yep, and I need to get it printed. This is not a left-handed mug. This is not good marketing when you drink with your left hand. You gotta. I can't use the mouse, so now I gotta figure out a way to, like, drink sideways so you can read the cup, and then my chin gets in the way. All right, so there's that. Let's look at some short-term radar. So Josephine, by the way, the reason I'm not talking much about Josephine, I posted a ton about it already, but on the regular post, but that recurve is coming. No loop-de-doops as far as high chances go. I mean, there are a few weird ensembles still showing it, but NHC is not giving it much love here after it encounters all this shear. So, gotta believe it so far that we see a recurve. There's not one ensemble going towards the Bahamas or U.S., so that's usually high chances. Oh, here comes Louie. I hear his little feet. Come here, Louie. Come here. Let's say hi. Come on. Hey. Come here. We have roofers next door. We're getting a new roof put on. And it's his first experience, I think, here in... Oh, now he's going to go lay down. He's playing stubborn. Come here. Louie. I'll grab him in a minute. Hey, what's Africa doing? We're going to look at all that. All right, so What's up, Scott? Let's look. All right, so we know this thing's going to occur. We know, hey, Bermuda might get some rain. All right, let's look at radar and stuff, because that's more short term, what people are interested in. But then we'll look at what Bermuda might actually get, because believe it or not, we have a lot of people in Bermuda that watch us. And let's take a look at what they're going to get. So let's look at short term radar for the states, and then we'll look at Bermuda. And then we'll look long range. Okay? What the heck? What's a Hurlem? I hit the wrong model button there. Harlem. Looks like Harlem. I didn't even know there was a Hurlem. There's HRR. All right, everyone wants to see Louis. Let's grab Louis, then we'll get into the tropics. All right, come here. Stubborn old dog. Oh, shit. Now he just heard a crow out front. All right, he's freaking out today. There's Louis. All right, then we'll talk radar. Let me pull up the radar. We can do this with Louis. Louis is a little hyper today because we have roofers next door pounding away, and now we just had a crow out front. And if I keep the garage open, we have a raccoon that likes to open up the garage garbage can. So there's our boy Louis. Say hi, buddy. Can you wave? One of these days he's going to wave. Say hi, everybody. This is our 2-year-old Frenchie, made famous. Talladega Speedway still promotes him on their marketing material. Right? Right? He's a good boy. All right, you can go bark now. Just don't bark in the next 30 minutes. All right, let's take a look at radar. So really the only thing in the story is, all right, so seriously, all right, so Invest 96 is fading away. Josephine's going to curve. We're going to look at long range tropics. Here's the radar coming up. Today's Friday, so a lot of people starting their weekend, right? It's a good thing. Woo, right? Panhandle getting soaked. We had somebody chime in that Panama City is getting wet. Well, in fact, let's take a look at that. See what Panama looks like right now, because it looks like the rain's still going to linger there. So Panama City. Every time I hear Panama, there it is right here. Look at that. Big old messy, juicy morning. Hey. So it is raining in Panama. Every time I hear Panama City, I think of Luke Combs now. Hey. He's a tough guy. All right, so here's the rain today. All right, so let's look at noontime. Noontime, we still got a big old blobby mess in Arkansas. Seems like that's been the story. A few little lingering storms in the Carolinas, no biggie. They're going to build, here's that front just bringing in a lot of juice across the south. This is today. Florida rains west to east. The flow pretty much is west to east. And there you go. Looks pretty cool, right? Here, I'll do it again. This is the flow. The flow is west to east for everybody. And there's your rain. So that's today. We Panhandle, unfortunately, tomorrow. Look at that. Starting to get a little more rain up here. This is all lingering front stuff. So we got a front drape. Oh, we can go to the Shelly board too. Check this out. Forget about that. All right, so all this is because we have a weird kind of droopy front here. Look at that. So that's going to be bringing the juice up. Hey, Rob, I don't know when we're going to get back to that east flow. It's kind of odd, isn't it? Well, a little tidbit. So the reason, let's look at the big picture here. So where are we at pressure-wise? We can look at this one, kind of neat. Windy kind of shows it, I guess. We can see our isobars. So here is the scoop. I can really see it right here. I like this. This is neat because look, we're going back to our shell. No, we were going to call this the Sheila map. All right, so we have Invest 96, and then we have Josephine, like that. 96. And now I'm just going to put JoJo. Joe. Like I said, we don't have a lot to talk about today, so I'm going to be like really. It looks like a little couple eyeballs in the nose, but. All right, so, and here's our front. And then here's our high pressure that we normally have. So there it is. So, boom. All right. So let me turn off my little pointer here. So, all right. We talked about what, like three. So this is the whole setup with Isaiah, was timing of a trough of a front. And typically in September, we get these big high pressure systems. And back to your comment about east-west flow, the reason that we're not getting a strong east-west flow so much in Florida is because the high pressure is now weak. When the high pressure is weak, the winds, see the winds? The winds do that. So when the high pressure is stronger, we have more winds, influencing from there, like that. So, look at that, I can rewind. All right, cool. All right, so the whole thing boils down to this. It's really simple. Then we're going to talk long range stuff because it's really, I guess, cool to start looking at what's happening down the road. But when we get these weaknesses in these fronts, it breaks down the high pressure. High pressure kind of erodes a little bit, and we have a weakness here with low pressure, and it's a front that opens the door. So our system here, JoJo, is going to feel this weakness and curve because of 96 in a nutshell. So all this front right here is actually, no matter what, even if JoJo re-strengthens, let's say here, it would still curve. So here's Bermuda. They're the ones watching. That's a lot of red. But it's fascinating, And what happened with Isaiah was when Isaiah came up along the Florida coast, the high pressure here built back in, and it grew. The high pressure grew and pushed our storm up, because the high pressure kept building. And that's exactly what happened with Sandy. High pressure came across Sandy, and Sandy, some of the models had it doing this, some of the models had it doing this. And it's because high pressure formed, blocked it, and it had nowhere to go. So when the high pressure blocks more on this side, it obviously curves the system, and that's kind of what Isaiah did. So it's always fun to look at that kind of stuff. We did early in the game with this one too. We talked about looking ahead, and if you guys, the diehard MWPs, the diehards, 4, 5, 6, 7 days ago, we were saying if this thing forms, we'll look ahead, and we saw this low pressure system here, and we knew that it would likely turn. It would all become a timing issue, but this is lingering around long enough that the high is not going to build back in. So what's next? All right. Ashley, are you talking about that Kelvin pulse wave? I'm sure you're talking about, which is everywhere right now. In fact, we can go to Twitter and see it. It's nothing. It's nothing really. It shouldn't be. I can't remember his name. Michael Ventrance. Can't remember what he goes under. I know it's with a V. Oh, here he is. Let's see where he posted it. Probably talking about that. Impressive MJO event is underway. So, all right. So, I'm sure that's what you're talking about. Oh, Linda. Yeah, listen. Linda, if you just did it, sometimes it takes a minute or two. Sometimes, if you have a different email, I have to verify the other email. So just email me. So anyway, all right. So we'll talk about the MJO in a little bit. But let's look at long range. We'll go to tropicaltidbits.com, Levi's site, and we'll see. There's really nothing showing on any map. So I made that post last night about we live and die by the models, but basically this year the models have been wrong. A lot. So now we're just looking at weather patterns, watching every blob, and looking at steering currents. That's all you can do. And then you look at things like the MJO. And then you look at things like Africa does. But let's look at the models just for fun. Here we go. So there's Invest 96. Here's that weakness. Still a little bit of front left behind. So whatever Josephine does, it's going to follow that. And possibly right over Bermuda. So let's take a look at rain for that. And then let's go long range. So long range, after those two, nothing shows on the GFS. GFS used to be known to spitting out storms. The only thing the GFS is showing, which is exactly what that Ventrance Mike's talking about, is Mojo, MJO, yeah. Hey, that's perfect, Stephanie. Just think of this. When you have MJO, the tropics have their mojo. So MJO means mojo. And what does mojo mean? Let's see. Mojo. Let me Google mojo and let's see what pops up. Mojo. I guess we'll go images. Let's see what images. Oh, there we go. We have mojo. Goya Mojo mayonnaise. We have there's a Mojo beer. Hey, I like that. Look at that. Oh my God. ABC, are you watching? Sean? Look at that. We have Mojo IPA. Crazy. Mojo. All right, so we'll just leave that right there. It even kind of looks like our windy map. Look at that. See the map? The purple? We can make that model. Let's see if Wendy's got any, or Knoll School's got any purple colors. It might be particles, ocean, space. They got all kinds. Trying to get some reds here. No reds. I guess we can go to, that'd be our closest thing. Oh well. We'll find a map that looks like it. So anyway, so we have Mojo. So Mojo, all right. So Mojo is the MJO version of the tropics getting juicy. So the only thing the GFS is showing down the road is the end of August. This general area, I posted this a lot. So that MJO cycle is coming across the Pacific, and oops, there's a sounding button. And as the MJO comes across, we'll have MJO here, but not here. So the end of August, into the first part of September, the MJO is going to be circling this whole area here, but not there. So what some of the models are showing is that things are going to get basically lower pressure in this general area. And you can see it, kind of like a Central America gyre, they call it. Hey, Melissa. Hey, I like that pinned comment. Oh, is that you, Sheila? Shelly? No. Hey, Melissa. All right, that's a good question. Let me see if I can unpin it. Nope. Well, how do you do a pinned comment? Anyway. Oh, unpin. I can unpin it once I read it. Now, that's pretty neat. If you did that, Shelly, so we're getting high tech here. No, because actually the history of storms, this recurve it really happens a lot. I mean, there's been years Florida hasn't. 2004 Florida got hit a lot, 4 technically, but there's been years that every single storm recurved and hit the Carolinas. So it all depends on the high pressure. So over time, the history of tracks. There's a graphic somewhere. It's not uncommon. A lot of storms recurve and don't hit Florida. So Florida doesn't get as many as you think. Like here's a image. I'm trying to find a good image that shows basically. This map is pretty good. I don't know what it is. It's the history. This shows 150 years of hurricanes, I think. that started in Cape Verde, maybe. Doesn't show. Oh, these are category 4 and 5 tracks. Well, we'll just show it anyways. These are category 4 or 5 tracks. Doesn't include Harvey, I don't think. I don't know why, but anyway, it's from NOAA. But you can see that recurve. Florida's right here, by the way. It's kind of hard to see, but Florida would be right here. So it does happen a lot, the recurve. So it's not uncommon. And it all comes down to the strength of that high pressure system. So, you know, and if you live in Florida, really, like the West Coast, you got to worry about Caribbean development. Usually, Irma tricked us and kind of stopped and came up. But usually anything that forms down this neck of the woods is the ones to watch because they end up, you know, all storms have a natural poleward motion to go north. All storms. They all want to go this way because of the curvature of the earth. All storms want to do this. That's the natural phenomenon of the Coriolis effect. But when you have a blocking high, like this, the storm can't do that, and it rounds it. So it all depends on how strong that high pressure is. And when we see weakness right here, like we're seeing right now with a low pressure, storms do that. Because it's like two magnets. Magnets don't attract. So high is a magnet, and low is a magnet. And they do not attract. And our systems here are lows. So lows are attracted to lows, not highs. If that makes sense. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm loving Shelley's tool too much. So the only thing the GFS is showing is this MJO. Let's close this link. All right, so this is what the GFS Long Range is showing. General low pressures developing August 27th. So that, you know, that could be the spot to watch. You know, shows a little something there, but like I said, don't look that far out. Just look at patterns of like, okay, that could be the spot to watch. If we see any bubbling going on in the tropics down that way, then we know to take a look. All right, so the Euro, tropicaltidbits.com again, not really showing anything. Actually showing a double system, which is really weird. GFS is showing the same thing. We could technically get two systems out of that Invest 97 or 96. We got Invest 96 here, and then we got the lingering low here. So we could have back-to-back Invest with Josephine down here, and then Bermuda. Look at that. You can tell it's Friday. What's up, Coneheads? Hey, Jenna. Your dog's barking at a turtle. Laura, it is eerily quiet. But hey, it's Massachusetts. Yeah, you're right in the heart of you got a couple. Now this is Sunday, okay? So technically, I always take notes of things I need to. I always think I'm gonna be done when we're done doing a live, and then I'm like, no, man, we got to talk about this. So we got the double 96. So coming off of this low that we're watching here, so this is it. This is Saturday. So even though our 96 is racing away, this little area could become another low pressure and pull away. So we could have two little areas that are going to do the same thing. It's no biggie, but all right. So back to the Euro, not showing anything other than maybe another little spot coming off. And then down the road, Euro not really showing much. Now, here's the Euro doing the same thing the GFS is doing. Starting to show a little juicing up here on the Western Caribbean and Gulf. So there's that one. And then the CMC we like to show. CMC showing low pressure 196. Josephine kind of fizzling. Low pressure number 2. So Massachusetts, yes, this weekend, even Sunday, could be some more rainy weather for you. Here's Josephine. Here's a little low pressure that I was watching on the CMC. Our next wave coming off Africa. It actually kind of keeps it tricking along and doesn't really develop it, but it brings it up, you know. It's very faint. But, you know, anybody in the Lesser Antilles, you know, this is Tuesday. Actually, when I do this Monday, it's like Monday/Tuesday. So, could have a little rain Monday, Tuesday. Here's number 2. This is our second guy. Here's 96 way off here. So we got a double whammy. But so the CMC showed a little something. Nothing obviously to stress about, but always point out the what ifs and brings it up. And then again, you know, this is that pattern. Blues are low pressure. And this whole little area right here is basically getting the first wave of that MJO. I'm going full John Madden. I need to have sound effects. I love it. My girl Shelly found me that. Somebody else yesterday had a great... I didn't even know this. But when I type... if there's red lines under a word, you right-click it and you can save it to your own dictionary. I didn't know that. That's pretty neat. I learn something new all the time. That's because we rock. We're MWPs, right? All right. And my chats are somehow not updating. Let me lower them. So we got a few people still talking. Friday. Hey, Telford. I do believe it, man, because listen, you know, we get these waves, you know, yeah, I do. I think it, because the seasons are getting later, it seems like, in the year. I think September and October, that's 2 long months. That's 60 days, you know. A lot can happen in those 2 months. You get 3-4 storms at a time sometimes. You know, we forget about that. I mean, you know, so it's definitely, you know, I don't think we can believe the models as much this year. They're just having a hard time. But we look at the patterns and the fact that we're going to have this La Nina neutral, regardless, no El Nino. We have warmer waters. We have proven stats. There's lower vertical shear this year than ever, and we have African rains have been above average. So there's 4 big factors right there that influence formation of storms. So, you know, the fact that you have that, you have to just say, hey, we're going to have a lot of storms. So that's, you know, maybe it won't pan out. No one knows. That's why we love the tropics. Let's see. Ensembles on the GFS. You know, kind of hard to go too far out, but it's starting to get a little more clusters in the Gulf end of the month. All right, so let's look at the MJO. And here's Levi just posted. There's our buddy Shay. You know, you can see the spin really well. Actually, you got a lot of bubble. So Telford, back to your point, this could be a named storm. You know, the low pressure coming in behind it could be a named storm. My thumb, Whitney, check it out, man. I'm glad you mentioned it. It's a little blob. They were in there, man. They dug. And I keep forgetting my medicine, so I put the medicine in front of me today. So I can always remember the morning, but I forget the nighttime medicine. So I missed 2 of them now. Don't tell Julie or my mom. So I'm putting it right next to my NWPS Post-it note. But it feels better. And you don't realize how much you use your thumb on your phone, man, if you're right-handed. Hey, Marlene, you just got normal rains coming the next couple of days. Nothing, just... Everything's kind of brewing from the west the next couple days. Everything's kind of flowing west to east. Hey Jenny, that's the that's the intratropics convergence zone. It's kind of where the east or the south and the north meet. When it slides a little higher, around 10 degrees, where the heck is it? One day I'll learn my site better. Promise. Or a monsoon trough, same thing. So, the higher our storms, see the monsoon trough usually is where we'll see these African wave trains everybody talks about like that. So wherever the monsoon trough is when they do splash down. And if they're high, it definitely increases your risk of a recurve. If they're a little lower, it's at 15 degrees right now. 10 to 15 seems to be the number that they like to come across. So that is a really cool thing. And I'll show it again. This is so fascinating to me. The winds of the earth. You can see it really well here. It's so fascinating. So you can kind of draw it. Kind of does this thing, right? See, there it is right there, right? Kind of like something like that, maybe. And if we go back to the satellite, look at, you can kind of see it. I mean, it's not as professional, but it kind of dips and does that. So what's neat about this is look at these winds. So these winds come up and they kind of do that, right? The winds from the north naturally kind of do that. Like that. And when you get that, you get spinach, because what? Counterclockwise winds do this. Like that. So things start to spin. Winds from the bottom push. It's kind of like a top. It's kind of like taking a top and going, whoom! And that's what starts these things. And they come off of Africa. Whoa, we don't want to do that one. That's not the right one. So when storms come across Africa, they usually have a mid-level spin. That's like last year we had that storm come from Colorado, remember? And it came all the way down and splashed down into the Gulf and it became tropical. It had mid-level spin. Mid-level spin hits the ocean, and if it maintains tropical activity, it develops a lower level spin, and that is sometimes enhanced by this. But you got to have you got to have thunderstorms, you got to have no dust, no dry air. Most of the time, these things come out and they fizzle. They just, boom. They come off looking like impressive blobs, and then they just die. NHC rarely marks these things until they give them a day or two to make sure they're even going to survive. A lot of times, you'll see a big blob come off Africa, and you're like, oh, my God. And then the next day, it's like, where'd it go? But what's interesting, though, like, we don't have anything out here brewing right now, but you can see what I'm talking about. It's the winds, man. These winds converge. And there you got half of a storm out here. Upper winds, lower winds. Look at that. So if we had any thunderstorm activity, low pressure would start to develop, and we'd get a closed low. And that's what we got with Josephine. Barely. And what these do is once they get strong enough, they get stronger, and then they break off of this. They actually become their own little entity, and that's when they become more tropical, because it's hard to close off a low riding this. So when they break off, they have a lot more chance to strengthen and become more of a spinner. So it's fascinating, man. It's really neat. It's like jumping off the conveyor people walker thing at Epcot. It's like, whee! We gotta jump. Hey, Yohel, I hope I said your name right. But yeah, you email me. I'll give you my address. I don't care. You can find anybody on the internet if you try hard enough. So, but let's see. Anything else? All right. So, I was going to look at the long range ensembles. Oh, let's talk about the MJO. All right. So the MJO forecast, 2-week forecast. So So right now, this is Michael Ventrant's site, I believe. Yep. And you can see the oranges is the sinking air, and the blues is the rising air, and this is just happens. But when it gets to here, next couple weeks, this is the end of August, we will be in a, still kind of choking off Africa here. Africa is not really producing much. But this will be the spot to watch, I think. And we got longer range stuff here. You can see it coming. Here's August. Let's see. This is, we got to move it. But, so the big MJO is out there right now in the Pacific. All this slides across as the weeks go on. Then we kind of see it all lingering down here. And this takes you to middle September. So as the pulse moves along, all this convective pattern now will be firing. And it's like a switch, I'm telling you. It's such... Here's excessive rain, by the way, today. Lots of rain up north. But it's like a switch will go off. It's the craziest thing ever. We'll be in this pattern of nothing. Like a lot of y'all just said, it'll be an eerie-like feeling. There's nothing. And then like the next day, it'll be like boom, 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 boom. And it's just like all of a sudden you get this convective burst and the atmosphere just says, all right, it's on. So, what's a paddle canes? Is that an Irish hurricane joint? Dawn, there's 3 Dawns. We usually have what? How many Katies do we have? We only have 1 Whitney. We are Coneheads, yep. That's what you guys named yourselves last year, Coneheads. As we track the cone. There is a little wave here, though. Oh, we're going to look at some long-range models here. And I've already rambled 48 minutes. I can't believe it. Over nothing. It's harder to do the podcast because maybe I don't have interaction with people. I missed a bunch of comments. There's Bobby again. It's on like Donkey Kong. 1 Gale. Yep. Gale is a great weather name. Gale force winds. Oh, somebody was asked about Massachusetts. So here's this deal with Massachusetts. Yes. Look at that. You guys are going to get winds, gale watches coming. That's from our back-to-back low pressure systems. So we can take a look at that at Windy real quick. And see what kind of wind. So this windy map will show, Jim, if you're watching, thank you for reminding me. Woody. I forget this old windy map sometimes. So here's Invest 96. And we're going to have another little low pressure pop off behind it over the weekend. So here's wind, there's your winds. So yes, Massachusetts, Connecticut, you're going to have some winds from the north. You can see the flow, little arrows pointing, low pressure spinning counterclockwise. Now we're going to have an interesting little setup. There'll be some really big winds there, maybe coming Boston area. This is Saturday night. So yeah, windy weekend. But here's our next low. Check it out. Where did that guy come from? That's like Louis. Here's Louis running off into the sunset. And then here's little Hunter. Wait for me, wait for me, wait for me, Daddy. So this little guy is showing up Monday, Tuesday here, but over the weekend, Sunday popping off. So it's going to be a weird weather week across the east. There's your rain map. So it could get, we could still have some coastal crap. This is Sunday, 5 p.m. Look at that. Sunday, 1 p.m. So, unfortunately, this is Sunday, 1 p.m. So all this is going to be brewing and making its way out. But crappy weekend, unfortunately, for the East, and that is something we showed a few days ago. So I like looking ahead and seeing this stuff actually pan out. So maybe I should do our normal so let's do let me do a post here, because I like doing posts while we're doing live. So in fact, let me screenshot our so this is 97 question mark, this is 97 question mark, like that, and this is 96. Boom. All right. So I'm going to screenshot this and we're going to post it real quick. And then I'm going to mom and dad's to have coffee, because we're going to softball tomorrow. All right, print screen. All right, let me post, because this is what we do. You guys chat for a minute. I like to post while we're going live, because I got to. This is a ramble session anyways. And don't forget MPS. Yes, Katie. Beat the blob. All right, so let's check this out. So, so stalled front bringing us Invest 96, and another low popping in from behind later in the weekend, showing on models. Double, I don't want to say trouble, double mint action. I don't say double mint, I'll say double, or how about deja vu? Then I have to, deja vu. I don't even know how to spell deja vu. Deja vu. Both head out northeast. Timing here, I don't even know where it was at. Timing on that map, what was it? It was Sunday night. Timing here is Sunday night. So that's a cool little update. I never spell spaghetti models right. That's why you can always type Mike's weather page, because it comes up too. I hope I bought my domain. I forget sometimes. All right, so there it is. Let's see. Boom. That looks kind of nice. Stalled front bringing us Invest 97, and another low popping in from behind later in the weekend, showing on models. Deja vu. Both head out. Time in here Sunday night. That's neat. That's a good post. All right. So, all right. Good deal. Definitely looks like Invest 96. Telford might get a name. These barclonic frontal spinners tend to do that. The year of the dollies, the dolly wannabes. We're actually getting convection firing near the center. So, but it's heading off to sea. So might steal a name. I don't know where we're at. We have 40% still. Maybe probably 50 now. 50%. So it's 50%. So it'll be named probably. And we're going to have another one right behind it. At least we're not seeing ones behind it back here. All right. So I didn't show long range models yet. And then we're going to take a break, I guess. As Jonathan English would say. Boat parade in Miami. God, I could not go down there. That'd be like an 8-hour drive for me. Across Alligator Alley. All right, so here's long range tropics map. Bunch of stuff happening up here, obviously. Double whammy. So it's kind of picking up. Well, I'll tell you what, we can look at another good site. But long range. Oh, look at that. Now we're seeing it. Holy crap, 15-day we're seeing it. So there it is. So here's our possible next system on the Euro, 10 days out. Starting to show one of our waves. And then 10 days out, the end of August here, we're starting to see little action. So things are picking up a little bit on the long range Euro. Bound to happen. We can look here at, not Australia, unless you live in Australia. So really getting a strong signature 10 days out from the Euro. So yeah, definitely picking up on one. The last run. We'll see if it's consistent. Hardly showed it in the 12Z. So that's what I mean. You can't go all in on these models until you start to see consistency. So anyway, there are any alligators in Tennessee? Don't know. Casper, where you at, buddy? I didn't see it. I drifting away. Fisher. I'll see if I can see it again. Man, it's hard to scroll up when they keep popping up. Hey, Maddie, how you doing? Luke, double bubble. See some new people. I'll have to look back at it. Let's go to Twitter. I can look them up here. There's our girl Bobby. Let's see here. Ah, look at Brax. Is that a real? That's not a real drink. Well, that's got to be an angle. But it looks good. I don't know if my stomach's that big. All right, last minute check here in the weather, and we'll see what's going on. So East Coast, unfortunately, you got frontal stall, rain pattern across the whole upper Gulf. Florida is west to east. I don't really see anything else people are chattering about too much, so that's good news. Let's go to let's see what tropical. Let's see what Levi was talking about. Hey Abdul, Barbados. There is signs at the end of the month, the Euro and the CMC is starting to show a little wave. So, you know, day 35. MJO. So back to the all right. So I'm glad we got somebody from Barbados. So we got a wave towards the end of the month, possibly on the Euro. We could have a little bit of action on Tuesday. CMC's picking up on a wave. So you could get a little rain on Monday, Tuesday. Head your way. But the CMC is really the only one showing it. But down the road, towards the end of the month, 10 days out, the Euro is starting to really pick up on waves. So we'll have to see if that consistency sticks. But for the most part, things are kind of dry out there. You know, that's going to pass to your north, Josephine. There's really nothing else out there cooking. And we were going to look at the rains for Bermuda real quick, and then we'll sign off. Oh, all right, Casper. Yeah, I see it. It's pinned. Okay, let's take a look. MJO forecast. What are we looking at? 200 millibar anomaly. Let's see. Is it up yet? Monthly? Weekly. All right. Oh, there's your tab. I see it now. Upper dynamics tab. All I see is 500 anomaly. But anyway, we should probably change the region to tropical, I would think. So there's your wind anomalies. That's your vertical wind shear. And that one's just running. But yeah, I mean, there you go. Less wind shear in week 2 developing. So I mean, that's, you know, you combine low vertical wind shear and warmer water and juicier Africa and an MJO, then we're gonna have a lot of waves popping up. So just we just have to watch, wait, and see. That's what I say. Pretty colors though. All right, so we're gonna look at rain for our Bermuda buddies, and then we'll. I wonder if we get. Do we have a link for Bermuda on? I don't know. Don't know. Bangladesh. We got a lot of places. I don't even know where half these places are. All right, so we probably have it here. Let's see. Germany. I think there is one for Bermuda. I looked at it. Nope. That's Europe. What am I doing? I don't see it. I don't know if we got a Bermuda link. No. Why not? Well, we can look at it on the windy tab because we can zoom in. We can zoom into Bermuda very well here. All right, so there we go. So let's take a look at the rains that we could be getting for you guys as our system turns up and gets close to you. This is the GFS. So GFS has a slide to your south. Everybody wants rains. That's a Euro, actually. GFS, I think, was even more. Not much. Let's see. Oh, nope. A little bit, maybe. Yeah, you might get clipped. Could be a little rain. This would be Wednesday. So whatever's left of Josephine can definitely bring you guys a little action midweek. So hoping for that for you guys. There's a little bit here too. So it looks like Wednesday's the day for Bermuda Rains. How about that? Water temps terribly hot. Record hot. Let's close some windows. Like 93 degrees at Clearwater Beach the other day. I think it's down to 92 now thanks to a couple of thunderstorms. But as far as this map, well, that one didn't really update too well. I got another great, I think I got Fox Hurricane. Where did I add it? Yeah, right here, Fox. All right, so my Fox Hurricane has really good graphics. Hey, there's some of these colors I was looking for. Look at that. I found them. Here's our, all right, so let me find the Mojo beer. We don't want to lose that. That's what I'm stating. All right, so Mojo beer, Colorado. They're out of Colorado. Be a good reason to go to Colorado. Let's see. So there it is. Let's bring it up. Let's get an image of it. Oh, darn it. Here, copy image address. There we go. There we go. So, still not the same. Kind of the same. Boom, boom. But anyway, back to water temps. It's hot, and it's only gonna get hotter. Here we go. This is a good map. So upper 80, everybody's 85 plus across the whole Caribbean. Look at that. 85 plus. And let's see. There's more temps I missed. Here's more. No, that's the one I clicked on. I think those are the Gulf temps ones. Oh, they're the same map. Well, they got the same map linked twice. We have Florida temps. But they're only reporting 3 of them. These are buoys. They're not actually coastal. Definitely hotter on the beach because it's shallower water. So that's pretty hot out there in the middle Gulf. 86, 86, 86. And of course, you know, our ocean heat content map getting hotter by the day. So all this is energy for storms. So anyway, pretty colors. Oh, when I unpin it, you guys. Oh, so I don't just see it. Yeah, I just answered it, Dawn. Isn't that weird? Yeah, the comment sections are always like not linked to voice. I don't know how that works. So, hey Philip. Usually in August we start to lose the dust. So dust is normal this time of year. It usually peaks middle July. Actually, it's not even showing up right now. Look at that. That ain't the right map. Can't be. This guy, they must have the wrong map because that's not dust, that's rain. Saharan air layer, and that's not the right map. That's why I have other maps. We have this map showing plume here, and it always, you can draw a line. Like right here. Oh, I'm looking at my controls all change all of a sudden. How did that happen? Well, that's weird. It's like my tab. Look at this. Now I got to relearn everything again. Quit. Where the heck is erase? I guess that would be erase. All right, so usually like right here, we get the big heavy dust, and then it starts to really get lost. Here. We play tic-tac-toe. I win! Yay! Alright. Enough of that craziness. Alright, well, it was fun. I was worried about what to talk about, but you guys don't read anything into it. It's just, watch things in real time. And unfortunately for the East Coast, it's going to be a little nasty weather this week, but we'll have another low pressure area coming off the coast over the weekend. So you could have a dry or Friday, Saturday, but it looks like Sunday we're going to have more rains across the East Coast. So be good. All right, well, listen, Friday, TGIF, rock and roll. Have a good one. I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow or not. We'll see. Shelly will post for sure. So if not, we'll have a good weekend, right? And definitely be back Monday. Probably do one tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. And Aaron, enjoy your parade. And we'll be at softball. We got, hey, thank you, Katie. Little softball tomorrow. Had a cool little thing yesterday. Our Emily was practice yesterday, but when Emily was 6 years old, we played on a team, a great guy, Jason Bostow. He was our first coach. Emily was 6 years old. I bribed him with a case of beer to get on. We had two little league teams in Oldsmar, and Emily was 6, and she loved him. And I'm like, you got to get her on your team. I want her to like softball. So anyway, he took her. We become friends. His daughter played. She's 2 years older than Emily. Now, last night, she's in high school. She pitched to our team, and it was fun. That's Emily. Emily pitched this practice, and that was her old buddy from Little League when she was 6 and 8. Now they're 14 and 16. Can you believe that? And she'll be going to the same school next year as Brielle. So that was a fun moment. It was neat. Time flies. All right. Well, y'all be good. Thanks for all the support. All the you Coneheads out there, MWPs. And we'll be looking for the Mojo IPA because it is awesome. All right. We'll see y'all. Thanks. Bye-bye.